Thanks for joining this today's session. And today our agenda is what is Azure basically. We need to understand like what the use of Azure, what the benefit for that Azure. So before jump to that actual topic, I have created one PPT, small PPT. So what today our agenda is like before Azure, like why cloud computing basically, what the use of cloud computing, and then we'll talk about little bit about what is Azure. Then we'll little bit talk about Azure services. Then we'll talk about use of Azure. So let's jump to one by one. First of all, we need to understand why cloud computing, right? Let's think about in today market, right? Like e-commerce is the hottest business. Now think about in your mind, one idea came. You want to do some e-commerce business, right? Like Flipkart, Amazon, how they are doing, right? Paytm, all right. Similar kind of some business, some e-commerce business you want to start. Then for that business, what is your first goal? First, we need to understand. To execute that business, your first goal should be like a great user experience. If you launch your application, then users should have that good experience after using your application. Then only you will be achieve your goal like a good profit, right? So for that to do that one, what do you need to do? Like first you need to develop your application. Then what you need to do, like you need to make that if you want to launch that application in the internet, over the internet, then what you need some set of developers to execute that your application or deploy, or apart from the developer developing the application, apart from the developing the application, you need some set of developers who will maintain that application. Like they will deploy your application, they will monitor your application. If anything is happened, then they has to work on that. And then application security, and on top of that you need some dedicated in network. Like you need to all time like in a home what internet we are using, right? That internet sometimes it is go up and down. Then that kind of network won't work for their business, right? You need some dedicated network that should not be stopped, something like that. Then you need to manage your own power backup. Like if the server is goes down, like our in India, like power high frequently it is up and down, right? So if that thing is happened, right, in business, or if that thing is happened, then business will be lost, right? Then you need to manage your own supply. Then you need to purchase some dedicated server, you need to purchase. Then you need to purchase the storage. This all this thing you need for your application to launch in the over the internet, in public internet, right? But here problem what actually, if you don't go with cloud, right? What the problem here? Here problem is this maintain this entire set of what you call like security, dedicated network, power, server, storage, developer, this all right, everything this said entire thing is like a cost effective, is a huge cost. Maybe initial time you will not gain your business, maybe people are not that much using your application, but for that also you need to pay, you need to purchase server and entire entire 24 into 7 you need to pay for that. There is no way to pay cut out, right? Because it's a you dedicated your own server. This is not a cloud, like it's a community server you purchase, right? In other side, think your businesses grow also. Maybe initial time I am talking about, like if business is not grow that much, maybe people are not using that much, that time also disadvantage, like you need to pay. Or other side, think your businesses grow also, people are using huge. To maintain their load, you need to purchase another set of server, you need to increase your storage. This kind of thing will come, right? Then that also one headache for you to maintain this all the server, again purchase server and scale in scale up, these all problematic thing. So now this is the place the cloud computing come in the picture. This all whatever manual work what you are doing, right? Now if server is goes down, you need to monitor from yourself. And or maybe you can create some application, they will send you notification. Then you have to provide some dedicated developer, they will all time do this all the manual work for you, right? So this is also like a big big disadvantage for your business nowadays. Like how the entire technology is growing. So in that case, this kind of technology, this kind of idea won't be good actually to execute your business in the world in very smoothly. No, for that only we need basically cloud computing. Now, what is cloud computing basically? Cloud computing, like user will raise a request over the internet, and what they need is that suppose for your application you need some server, you need some storage account, you need some security, you need some monitoring system, this kind of thing, right? You no need to bother about your power, like it's you no need to bother about like all this like you no need to develop like monitor system. You just what you need, you just request in single click, then you will get it done. You no need to bother about all this like whatever headache before cloud computing, right? That kind of work you no need to do manually basically. So that way it will be that your work will be go smoothly. And here like in cloud there are a lot of services like you can do auto scaling, load balancer, everything you can do. Just what you just request or service like I need the load balancer, you raise the load, you raise the request for load balancer, you configure it, your application use it. And if you suppose when the load is coming more, you need that auto scaling, right? Scale in, scale up, right? That time just you set configure the auto scaling thing in your application. Then when the load will become more, it will automatically, you no need to do manually like okay, when my request will come more, that time I need to purchase server, I need to integrate, I need to configure. You know, to no need to worry about that. That auto scaling the cloud will be provided to. So this is the advantage of cloud computing. That way it will be help you for a lot. How it is help you, like you no need to manually configure, right? When that request is load is coming more, that time the automatically the scalings, and when request is down, then is automatically scale down also. So in that way, like it would be business will be grow more, and it will be more great user experience also in that way. And your application like manual like manually like a hot if you don't go for cloud computing, right? That power maintenance, internet maintenance, everything you need to do own. But there would be chance to sometime you maybe lose your business also in that case. But in cloud there is no way to lose your business. Your application all time will be up and running. And in that way, like in that community, like your own managed server, right? They are like 24 hours into 7, right? Like I mean to say, like in India, like maybe night time that much load won't become. That time you can reduce your server. That cost you can also save. Like in earlier setup, like suppose one time 1 lakh load is came. For that you need to purchase one server, and you need to keep yourself. There is no way. Maybe tomorrow is the 200 load is coming. For that you no need that much server, right? But you have to invest that money. But if it is a cloud, like today is 1 lakh load is coming, today it will be scale up. Today some set of server will for you, and how much time you utilize that server, that much time only you need to pay. Later on you no need to pay. So that also one advantage. In that way it will be cost saving also for you. So it's a really wonderful thing. Now we need to jump to cloud, like Azure. What is Microsoft Azure actually? So before jump to the what is Microsoft Azure, let's give you some history about Azure, Microsoft Azure. Basically, this Microsoft Azure was announced in October 2008, and that time it was like a Windows cloud, basically Windows cloud, right? And that time it was released. Basically, when it was released, it's Windows Azure basically released on 2010, February 2010. Okay, and later on time, like around March 2015, 25th March 2015, it was renamed with Microsoft Azure. Okay, now what kind of service Microsoft Azure provide? What is the Azure, Microsoft Azure? Microsoft Azure is a cloud computing service, and it used to provide us like three different kind of service, like infrastructure as a service, and software as a service, and platform as a service. Okay. Now, how does it help you basically this Azure? Like in Azure portal, right? I need one VM for I need one server. So you just raise a request and you can use it. And if you don't want to use, you just make it turn off. Then you don't need to pay also. Now I need one monitoring system. So you just raise a request. I need one monitoring system. Then you can utilize it And if you then you can, by using that you can check, like monitor your entire set of application, like what it is happening. And for dedicated network also, if you need, you can utilize some, you just raise a request in the Azure portal over the internet, like I need virtual network, then you can take it the virtual network and you can configure it. So friend, this all like load balancer, virtual network, how it is work, right? And different service. I already have created video in my previous session. So if you don't watch that, please watch that video also. So it will really help to you also, like what is virtual network, what is load balancer, how Microsoft Azure work, right? All this like authentication, security, everything video I have already created. I will provide that link in that this video description, so that you can take a look also that also. So now this is like a huge cost saving for you if you go for cloud. And you know this entire world, right? Like Microsoft Azure, it's like a second largest cloud computing provider. And after Amazon, this is the first, this is the second largest. And compared to Amazon, right, this Microsoft Azure, it's little bit cheap also compared to Windows and SQL Server, since it's their own Microsoft own Windows and own SQL Server, right? Since it's their own, so it's compared to little cheap than Azure, my AWS. And like in world, like Fortune 500 company, right, 85% company are using this Microsoft Azure. And it hopefully in that by 2025, that most of the company, right, that bigger company basically, they will all most of the company will be in cloud, either it's Azure and it's a Google GCP, or maybe it is in AWS. But in Azure, it's very nowadays very popular in second largest cloud computing service. And what are the service we have that Azure, like these there are many service we have for that Azure. For virtual network, there's a dedicated network. For storage, we have like different kind of storage. And then we have like SQL or data warehouse, Azure database, SQL storage, MySQL, Postgres. For storage, we have different like blob container, different kind of storage we have. And also for we have like CDN, content delivery service. Then we have DNS and load balancer. We have virtual disks for store our data. For security perspective, we have like key vault. Then we have access control. We have Active Directory. So I have already created video for Active Directory, how it will be secure your storage or any other service. So please watch my previous video. So it will be easy to understand you, like what is Active Directory, how it is working. And I would like to thanks for watching this video. And if it is really help to you, friend, then if you don't mind, I would like to request you, please share this video to your friends nearest. And please subscribe my channel, so that it will really help to me, and it will really help to you as well whenever any video will come. So that if you press the bell icon and while you are subscribing, then as soon as I launch any video, you will get the notification. Okay, friend, and thanks for watching this video.